Hi guys, it's Ray here from Man City Fan TV. Well, we were very lucky there. You know what looked like it was going to be a very cool and calm and quite comfortable victory against Watford at Vicarage Road. Turned into a very nervous and edgy last 10 minutes. You know, I was glued to my seat and very nervous I was towards the end. I mean, they got that scramble goal and they had another couple of scrambles in the box and, you know, pumping the ball up. And we were lucky at the end of the day to get away with a 2-1 win. Which is surprising because we had so many chances. That clinical finishing just let us down. We had so many chances in that game. I mean, quite honestly, when we were winning 2-0, I thought we're going to get... It should have been 3, 4 and 5. Watford were flagging, they were tiring. We were just toying with them, really. We were in kind of game management mode, cruise control. We weren't busting a gut to score. We were just, you know, waiting for opportunities. Game did change when David Silva went off, when Company went off. You know, we lost a little bit of control. But at the end of the day, it's 3 points, and 3 points is 3 points. You know, that's sometimes all that matters. Let's have a look at the game again. From the start, I mean, I think we were very dominant, especially in the first 20 minutes. Watford really disappointed me, actually. I thought they'd be a bit more attacking. I was glad, actually, to see Deulofeu didn't start the game. I thought he'd cause Delph a lot of problems out on the wing and, you know, left back for Delph. But Watford went a bit more cautious. And for about 20 minutes, they were struggling to even get out the half, struggling to string a few passes together. We were very dominant, had a few half chances. I thought up to then, for me, Mahrez was a little bit iffy. I don't think he was doing a lot. You know, some poor crossing. And I just wanted us to pep up a little bit. Sane was great. He was causing a lot of trouble, a lot of havoc. You know, these passes with Silva. Sane was getting through again and again. And it just seemed a matter of time before we'd score. But then we let Watford get back really get a foothold into the game. We seemed to slow down a little bit. We weren't as dynamic as we were in the first 20, and Watford got a little bit back into it. And then we got our goal, you know, coming up to half time. Great ball in from Mahrez. I think he'd just done one you know, a few seconds before. He had a great left foot swinging cross, and Watford were lucky to keep the ball out. And a few seconds later, another great cross from Mahrez. He really stepped up towards the end of the first half, and Sane got a deserved goal with his chest. You know, Watford were very lucky. They did rely on Ben Foster. I think he put in a man-of-the-match performance. Some fantastic saves. I mean, just in the first half alone, I think he made 2 or 3 great saves, and they really kept them in the game. I think we should have done better with some of our finishing. I think we give him the chance to make some saves. I think there was one absolutely stunning save when he was already on the ground, stuck his hand out and pushed it away. You know, you got to give him a lot of credit because he did play very well. And you got to say, for the performance he put in, he was a little bit unlucky to be on the losing side. But second half, I think we really entered into cruise control mode. We were very good. Mahrez finishing off a chance very nicely, and we just, you know, as I said, we were oozing class. We were confident. We were carefree a little bit. Sometimes you can get a little bit careless with that. And, you know, Watford, whilst it was only 2-0 down, you know, they kept plugging away. It kind of felt like they'd given up, and City were quite happy. Training ground exercise, winning 2-0, you know, take it easy, a lot of passes. And Watford weren't really, for me anyway, busting the gut that I thought they'd do all the way through the game. And I think they'd kind of accepted their fate. You know, it's better to get beat 2-0 than 4 or 5 if they're really pushing and pressing. And we were great when they did press. I mean, Edison was fantastic, passing the ball around the back, no-look passes, pinging it out left and right. Not worried, apparently, you know, about the pressure from Watford players, and he just found a spare City player, you know, and passed to them, and it was actually fantastic to watch, and that's what we really become accustomed to. But yeah, towards the end of the game, you know, Delph made that mistake. Deulofeu had you know, put the ball in and scramble goal. You know, they were lucky, but you need a bit of luck, and they got it. You know, towards the end, you know, with some great tackle from Company. When he looked a little bit injured, outstretched foot. Some great last-ditch heading from our players at the back, and it was a struggle to get over the line. I mean, for me, I was a little bit disappointed. I mean, some people say, hey, we won the game and you should be happy. I am happy, but a little bit disappointed. We weren't clinical enough. I mean, in all seriousness, we're glad to get the win, but you look back and you say, we had 3, 4, 5 really, really good chances. When you think, you know, will we be careless? We should have really put something away. I think Gabi Jesus, he's back to lacking confidence again. You know, I thought the hat-trick a few weeks back would really help his confidence and boost him. But he's got to be scoring some of the chances he had tonight. That header that he put over when Nioli had the goalie to beat. I think he had another one he was through on the keeper and he put it wide. Giving the goalie chances, the opportunity to make saves. And he looks like his confidence is back to rock bottom. He runs around like crazy. He puts a lot of effort in for the team. Sometimes he's not as greedy as you'd want. He's looking to pass the ball instead of maybe taking the last man on and shooting. And sadly for him, you know, it's crazy to think that he's so far behind Sergio Aguero. You know, season and a half ago, he was right up there neck and neck. You know, and you had this feeling that Sergio was on his way out. And whereas Sergio has really stepped up his game, he's contributing more for the team and he's scoring lots of goals. Gabi Jesus, he's not scoring goals. He's contributing to the team, to the effort, to the press, and the way we want to play, but he's just not scoring goals. And that has to be a concern, and you see it on social media. Fans are concerned. Yes, he's still young. He's got time to learn and grow and develop. But he's got to start scoring goals. He's leading the line, and with the news that Aguero might be out for a week or two, you know, Gabi Jesus is going to be leading the line in some important games like Chelsea at the weekend. And, you know, we'll be playing games every 3 days, 3 or 4 days. So some really important games, tough games, tight games, congested fixtures again. And Gabi Jesus just simply has to step up. But stepping back, you got to look at that game. And we made 6 changes. From the weekend, and that's a lot of changes. I was a little bit concerned. You know, that's a lot of changes to make. And would we keep our consistency? Would we keep on playing a really high level? And you know, we weren't disappointed. We did play for most of the game at a really good high level. You got to look back and say, look, you know, we changed all the back line, you know, the back four. You know, Laporte didn't start the game. We didn't have Sergio Aguero again. Kevin obviously is injured. Raheem Sterling, can you believe that? Raheem Sterling didn't start the game. We had 4, 5, maybe even 6 players that you'd consider first team players. You know, and if we're looking at our best 11, we probably had 4 or 5 not playing. And we could still, for the most part, put in a really quality performance. So that's what I'm going to take away from that game. We've got a great squad. We've got to use that squad. You know, I mean, I think obviously Pep looks like he was saving a couple of players for the weekend, for the Chelsea game, because that's a really massive game. You know, we've got to keep nicking these 3 points wherever we can, because you know, Liverpool are getting the jammy so-and-sos, and they're on our coattails. But all in all, glad to get the 3 points. I wish we'd do it a little bit more comfortably. I wish we'd stick a few more chances away. Some of the very good chances we have. But Blues, you've got to take it, you know, be very happy and roll on the weekend. Guys, if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, it'd be great if you could do so. Just hit the red button down below and hit the bell icon to be notified as soon as new videos come out. See you around, Blues.